Bob McElligott here at Nationwide Arena. I am with Adam Fantilli. He was the Blue Jackets' #1 draft pick this year, 3rd overall. Can you believe that that was just over a week ago? They say time flies. You've been drafted, you've signed a pro contract, and now you've gone through a development camp already. What's it feel like?
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind. I mean, I couldn't be more excited to be here. I'm so happy that I'm here, and yeah, I'm so excited that I was able to go through that with my family and with all my close friends and everybody that's helped me get to where I'm at. So going through all that with them at the draft and then coming here and spending a great week in Columbus was so much fun.
When you got drafted, you said how happy you were that Columbus actually was the choice for you, that they chose you, that you were there for them to take. And it seemed like that happiness just spilled over from one day to the next for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm sure you guys might have seen that video that I recorded back in April or whatever. This might be a little bit unorthodox, but I'd say the team that I want to go to is Columbus Blue Jackets. I think it would be a great spot. Got a lot of Michigan alumni there, a lot of great guys to learn from. So I'd be so honored and grateful to be able to be picked by them. I thought this would be the best fit for me, and I could not be more ecstatic that I'm here.
I remember talking to you the night you were drafted, and at that time you said, well, I'm not sure if I'm going to go back to school at Michigan or if I'm going to turn pro. We talked to Jarmo Kekalainen about an hour later, and he said, we think he's ready to turn pro. We're going to work on him. And lo and behold, a couple of days later, you were signing your first ever pro contract. Was there a lot of discussion that went into it to make that decision?
Yeah, like I said, for that decision to happen, I needed to talk to the people closest to me, and obviously the team needed to have the right feel for me to come in. So I had those conversations pretty quickly, and I think we got the feeling that it would be the right call pretty quick, and we wanted to put pen to paper as fast as possible. So I thought we did that, and we got that out of the way, and now we can just focus on next season.
One thing I was really impressed by is that you said that one of the first things you did was called your coach at Michigan. You talked to him, you talked to your former teammates, you let everybody know so that they weren't finding out secondhand. You wanted it all to come from you.
Yeah, I think my coach helped me so much, and I respect him so much as a man and as a coach, and everything he's done for me. So I wanted to give him the respect of letting him know before anything hit the media, and I had a long, heartfelt conversation with him and thanked him for everything that he did for me. And right after that, I sent a pretty long text into our team group chat thanking them for everything and wishing them the best of luck for next season. So I wanted to show them the respect they showed me all season, and I thought I was able to do that. So at this point, I'm looking forward to next season, but I'm always going to cherish playing there last year.
You've been in a lot of different camps in your life to this point, whether it's been in college, you were just at the World Championships for Canada, and now you come into this development camp. Did you notice things that were different just about this one being your first opportunity to do this as a pro?
Yeah, obviously it was really, really cool to be here and go through it with Brindley, and then he sat beside me in the locker room, and we were pulling the jersey over for the first time, putting on NHL gear for the first time, and it was really, really cool. I think comparing it to the World Championships might be a little bit different because those are all established NHL guys that have played quite a few games. So there I was just trying to fit in and be the best version of myself, and here I'm just trying to get to know the guys that I may have never met, and here I'm also trying to be the best version of myself I can be, and I thought we all had a lot of fun and we all learned a lot. So it was overall a great experience.
I'm glad you mentioned Gavin Brindley because I wanted to ask you about him. He's your teammate at Michigan. He was your line mate at points, as a matter of fact. He got taken with the 2nd round pick on day 2 of the draft. You were so happy you went down and gave him a big hug when he was on his way to the stage. What did it mean for you to be able to go through this experience with him overall? I mean, you come in, that's a comfort level thing for you right away because at least you know one guy.
Yeah, I mean, I had a few guys here that were familiar faces that I would have known from before, and I was sitting on the side on the floor there waiting for him to get drafted, and depending on whatever team it would have been, I still would have ran up to him and gave him that big hug. And the fact that it was here, I kind of jumped out of my chair, and my chair hit the wall, and people started to grab me because they didn't want me running over to his family right away. So I was definitely super excited, and I know we're both super pumped to be here together and be going through all of it together. So we're both really, really excited, and I could not be more happy that he got drafted here, and then we're going to spend at least a few years more together.
What did you guys try to do when you had some downtime and some free time to get as acclimated as you can to the city in the short time that you're here for camp?
Yeah, I mean, the crew brought us out to a game, and we were able to watch that, and they were nice enough to let me go out on the field and flip the coin there and get to meet a few of the players, which was really, really cool. And we got a nice warm welcome from all the fans there, which was awesome. And after that game, me and Brindley just jumped on those spin scooters and kind of ripped around the city a little bit just to get to see it and get a feel for it. And we were just saying to each other how gorgeous it is and how much nicer it actually is than we might have thought, because obviously we never spent too much time in Columbus being from Michigan. So we definitely loved getting to see the city, and all the people have been phenomenal. So we're loving it.
Well, you came in, a lot of the guys from your draft class were at this development camp, and some guys from the year before. You kind of have an automatic tie, right? Like when you get drafted in the same year as a lot of guys. So how many guys were you able to get to know a little bit better during this camp?
Quite a few. I mean, even guys that were drafted before this year, I got to know James Malatesta a little bit more. I got to know Jordan Dumais a little bit more, even though he was at World Junior camps with me. I didn't get to know him as well as I would have liked to, and we hung out quite a bit here. I got to know Luca Pinelli a little bit more, and Dubbo Baluz is my roommate. So we had a pretty good group there, and all the other guys, obviously getting to meet them and getting to be on the ice and be in the locker room with them. We had so much fun. So the group of guys here is amazing, and could not be more happy.
You talked about when you went to the World Championships that's a group of established players, a lot of current former NHLers that are in that camp. When you come back here again in September, that's what you're going to be dealing with. You're going to be in that NHL camp. How much do you look forward to that in competing in that one? Because I'm going to be honest with you. I watched you these last couple of days. I mean, you jump out, you stand out in that development camp. There's no question with the talent that you have. Now you're going to go in with established NHL veterans. And how much is that just, I know you want the break before you get to that point, some rest, but how excited are you?
Obviously, I'm super excited. I always want to be chasing the best version of myself as I can be, whether that's as a player, as a person, and joining guys that are established NHL guys that have played quite a few hundred games in the NHL, and guys that have gone deep in the playoffs. So coming in here and trying to fit in and trying to be the best player I can be, and try and acclimate with the guys in the locker room as best I can. I'm super excited, and I'm just really excited to be able to meet them and get on the ice and get started.
When you went through your exit meeting from camp, were there any specific things that the Blue Jackets gave you that they wanted you to work on, or are there any things that as you went through this camp, you're saying to yourself, you know what, by the time September rolls around, I want to be better at this, this, and this?
I just think getting better in all aspects. Obviously, I want to get back in the gym and get stronger and get faster and just get a little bit bigger to be able to jump into a pro schedule there. But then on the ice, I just always want to make sure that every time the puck leaves my stick, it's a positive play. It's either on one of my teammates' sticks and he can make a play, or it's going to the net for a scoring shot. So I just want to be able to make sure that every time it leaves my stick, it's a positive play.
Do you finally get some rest now?
Yeah, just a little bit, a few days.
A few days. What are your plans? What is next for you as you leave development camp?
I'm jumping on a plane tomorrow to go see some family out in Prince Edward Island, and we're going to spend a few days there, go golfing a bit, and eat some lobster and mussels, and we're going to have some fun. And after that, I'm going to go back down to Plymouth and start training again. Well, it sounds like a well-deserved break for a guy that's been really busy these last couple of weeks, but it's a good busy, isn't it? Oh yeah, it's been awesome. I've been having a blast ever since we got to Nashville, so I'm loving it. Adam, thank you very much. Great to get a chance to sit and talk with you in this kind of a setting. Look forward to you coming back in September. Enjoy that time off, and we'll see you at training camp. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.